We always love when we get a visit from Josh Kolsrud.
Absolutely.
And today's one of those days.
Yeah, one of the best defense attorneys we have in the Valley.
Thank you, guys. Great to be back.
Really? I just thought you were a guy who showed up on our show. So you're a practicing lawyer as well? Is that what's happening?
Sometimes I try.
Yeah, man, you must work 18-hour days. It is free time. But we wanted to ask you several questions here about Maduro and this whole scenario. So I'm just going to roll some video here. The arrest happened. There have been all sorts of claims. I would say mostly from people who are somewhat opposed to the president, that this was an illegal act. I want to get your take on that. Des does as well. And how do you see a case like this proceeding in the first place?
Well, this is certainly the topic du jour this week. Now, there's two things to look at when deciding whether or not it was illegal. You have international law, and you also have domestic law. So let's talk about international law first. Now, what is international law? To be frank, it's kind of a joke. It's a joke because there's no enforcement mechanism. So, what is international law? It's the law of the jungle. The strong countries, do what they want. The weak countries, try to do what they can. So that's why it's really important for countries to have a strong defense and strong military. So for international law, this case isn't going to go anywhere. But now let's talk about the domestic law. Can a U.S. president go into another country, a sovereign nation, and essentially capture, some would say kidnap, a foreign leader and bring him back to the United States? Well, the answer, like it usually is in any legal question, is it depends. Number one, what you need to look at first is, does the United States have an extradition treaty with the country? And we do. We have an extradition treaty that was enacted in 1928 that said that if we were going to take or apprehend a Venezuelan national, we have to do it through a legal process. Now, are there exceptions? The answer to that question is yes as well. If you guys remember, in 1987, it was 1989. George H.W. Bush sent 20,000 troops into Panama to capture the narco-terrorist Noriega. And he was successful and brought him back to the United States. But there were questions about whether or not that was legal because he was the head of state. And we did have an extradition treaty with Panama. So how did this become legal? Because that's what the court said it was. They said that because the United States did not recognize Noriega as the duly elected leader, that the extradition treaty was not enforceable.
And that sounds similar here. We're not really recognizing Maduro as president.
Exactly. So like in 2019, there were democratically elected elections in Venezuela where Maduro lost. But he refused to give up power, and he then suppressed and killed and tortured his opponents. And ever since then, the U.S. policy has been, even under the Biden administration, to apprehend and capture President Maduro. If you recall, President Biden did have a $25 million reward for the apprehension of President Maduro.
Was that like a wanted dead or alive type thing, or what?
It was the apprehension and capture of Nicolas Maduro and brought to the United States.
So this has been longstanding policy.
Yeah, and there's another policy, a doctrine called the Kirby-Frisbee doctrine that says that federal courts don't care about how defendants come to court as long as they get there. What I mean by that is, last year, the Mexican cartels... Sorry, go ahead.
Hang on, Josh, just 1 minute. We're going to take the start of this news conference.